die. I don't know who it's gonna be or when, but it's gonna happen.
And we're live!
Hey!
Hello, everyone! Hi!
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
to tonight's episode of Oodvin. It's great to have you with us. Let's start off the episode like we do all the time with introductions. Hello, my name is Maxwell Williams, and I am the DM for this session. I'm playing a whole bunch of fun different characters, including Alexander, who is a dark elf friend of Octavia, who might have another little mind inside their brain. But you know, who can tell?
Hi everybody, my name's Sam Rinaldi, and I play Winnie Winslow, the Twilight Cleric who can't seem to stop having dreams that include trauma.
Hi, I'm Connor McGinley. I play Lily Pembroke, who may or may not have instigated one of these dreams recently by poisoning her.
Yeah, let's go!
Hi, I'm Dane Brancato. I play Zephyr Windstrider, who went on a date.
Winnie's like, what?
Hi, my name is Julie Risto, and I play Octavia Logazur, and she is a half-orc swashbuckling rogue, and she's about to do something. I'm not sure what. We're gonna find out together.
Hello, my name is Aaron Borden. I play the character Februm Cask, the Simic hybrid blood hunter, who doesn't get to see his parents often.
And I am Drew Borden. I play Aldrich Bernask, the armor artificer who does not have a problem.
No, you admitted last
No,
time
no.
you have a problem.
Well, it worked last time, so it's not a problem.
Right, it's
He
no
did
longer a
say, and I
problem.
quote, I have a problem, as he pulled out another puzzle box.
No, he,
You know,
he
it's
said,
just an
yeah,
ambition.
Yeah, I have a problem.
No, that was Zephyr
A
talking
goal.
about his
We all
gambling.
love having goals.
Cool.
We all have goals.
Yeah.
Some that harm us.
Well, now that everyone has been introduced, let's get into tonight's episode with a quick recap. So, as some of our players were talking about, last episode we recuperated from our adventures with the Fey Lich, making our way back from her establishment in the shadow, back to the tower. We had just a quick little chat about Lily and her past, about who she is, what her intentions are, and what she is, you know? After that, everyone kind of went their separate ways, going off on their own tasks. Winnie and Zephyr went on a little trip to visit Winnie's dad. Februm went back to his parents' estate. Al went back home to do a little bit of research. And, you know, Lily took Axel to an apothecary. But, you know, that's beside the point. Eventually, everyone made their way back home. And Lily might have dosed Winnie just a little bit with that poison from the apothecary to get a little bit of her blood. But, you know, no harm, no foul. Just a wild, vivid dream on Winnie's part where her mother ended up telling her to run. And so we're going to pick up right around there. But first of all, we're going to do a little time skip backwards to where Octavia and Alexander are making their way through the dark but not vacant streets of the Artisan's Court towards an establishment that they have both been to many times, titled The Barking Bubble.
Yeah, Octavia is just kind of like, her brain is swimming with thoughts. If you were not here, she just experienced confessing her deepest truths out loud, and it turned into a really pretty book that she wasn't allowed to read.
Not yet.
And she just her brain is kind of like doing that thing where it spins but nothing's happening. So she's been kind of quiet in terms of going back to the Barking Bubble with Alexander. Just kind of got a lot to think about.
As you kind of walk along, you can see that Alexander keeps sending you kind of like side glances. He's walking about a step and a half behind you, letting you lead the way. But you kind of catch out of the periphery that occasionally he just keeps looking over in your direction, checking on you, making sure that you're doing okay. He looks very concerned.
I think eventually, like, after seeing it so much in her periphery, she's just like, is there something bothering you?
Oh, I was just curious if you wanted to talk about it?
Talk about what?
Well, I did almost kind of kill you.
Oh, no. Love, we experience that on the day-to-day. That's nothing. It's fine.
Yes, but the day-to-day isn't done by my own hands.
She kind of like, her steps slow until she's just like standing in the middle of the street, and she's just like, I'm glad it wasn't you though. That's the thing. This other person, god, whatever it is that's inhabiting your body, he said some not so nice things, and it was a little rough at first, but I knew it wasn't you, so fighting through that, and yeah, that's fine.
Right. Absolutely.
Kind of stands there awkwardly and like,
you see that there's kind of this unsure expression. But he will kind of take like a circle step around you just so that he's not within like arm's reach, and continue walking.
kind of like looks at him curiously, her eyebrows narrowing as she follows after him, and she's like, you don't have to like be so far away, you know. Just because you stabbed me once doesn't mean you're gonna do it now. If you're scared of doing it again, I like taking chances.
To be clear, I think I stabbed you 3 or 4 times.
Who's counting? I'm not. I'm the one with the holes.
I am.
Alessander, you can't punish yourself for something you didn't do.
He like stops very abruptly. And you see him like whip around to face you in your direction, and you see like tears beginning to well up, like in the like crevices of his eyes, and he's like, what if it was me? What if this god or being or anything is just uncovering things that I'm not even convinced of myself?
You honestly think that I've stolen your credit over the years?
No, but
Well, then clearly, it's not you.
Tavi, listen to me. You're better than me.
Since when?
Since you were born.
I highly doubt that.
Do
but
you understand the legacy that you come from?
legacy.
You're literally destined for great things. He like gestures over to like Perseus.
She'll like.
And you
scratch
see that
under
like the
Perseus's
tears are
skin.
starting to like fall down.
Oh, he's like, Alessander, my legacy's at the bottom of that lake. In fact, I don't even think about it that much because, I mean, the only legacy I've ever actually wanted for myself was one with. That doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm sure Hyrudin's probably worried sick. We should keep going. And she just kind of looks at him as he's like crying, and she's like, "Oh, Alessander, I don't know what I can say to ease your troubles, but I'd like to. Come on, let's get you home, yeah?"
Home sounds nice.
She offers him kind of a tight smile, and she will kind of quicken her step, and she will link their arms as she walks next to him. He's not allowed to escape.
You feel a hesitation at first, like a stiffness. But as you get like a couple blocks into it, you feel him kind of loosen up. You start making your way through some of the alleyways of the Artisan's Court, pathways that you've taken dozens of times, making it to a shady little bar on the kind of edge of the western side of town near the Everbright. Just kind of a dull glow coming from the Everbright sunshine.
And she's gonna pause outside. She's gonna kind of like look him up and down. She's like, "Well, we can't have you walking in there like that. You'll never hear the end of it." And she takes off her bandana and will kind of wipe his face, like.
He like kind of like pulls back at first, but then kind of like lets you continue, and eventually like as you've wiped away most of it, but you're still getting at that little bit, you get a little bit of an eye roll and kind of a smirk. He's like, all right, you've got it. I swear you've got it.
No, I don't think I do. And she's going to like lean in. She's gonna be like, "And a little bit," and she like.
Tavi, please.
Okay, I promise, I'm done.
After you. And he like opens up the door.
And she will walk in.
You walk into a tiny bar, all things considered. There's only a handful of tables. Everything's made out of a nice furnished wood at one point in time, but has seen years and years of use and spilled drinks and beverages. There's just this ever-present sheen that you're not sure if it's a wood finish or if it is just the stickiness of alcohol. Kind of sprawled across the bar and the couple tables. And the two of you make your way, nodding to the barkeep, a older female gnomish woman who is cleaning out some glasses, especially this early in the morning. There's maybe two people passed out drunk on some of the tables, and make your way to the back room where you know the entrance to the real bar is.
As Octavia goes through, she kind of taps the bar, and nods to the gnome woman, and then she's going to just boldly stride into the real bar because this is like her home away from home.
Absolutely, and it's surprising at first. There is the light playing of some enchanted piano in this small bar, but as you open the door and you step through a plane, you can hear a muffling effect disappear as the music cranks up, and even at 4 or 5 a.m., there are people going hard. The band is playing.
Oh, yeah.
You just hear the ruckus, like, that is just, like, 10 feet down the hallway. As you see a couple drunk orcs getting into it over a card game. A handful of different tieflings and Asmar seem to be talking logistics of how the world should function. From the most intelligent to the most brawny conversations, everything is present here.
As she walks in, she just kind of, home smells like rank alcohol and sweat, but Can't beat it.
And as you walk in, there are several familiar faces that end up throwing drunken hands up at you, waving in your direction. You see a couple individuals offer to buy you drinks. Some of which you want, some of which you've been told to avoid.
Some of which have tried and regretted.
Mm-hmm. You know it, and they just keep trying every time.
Oh, every single time. She's like, no thank you, not tonight. And she'll like, just full showmanship, like, yes, welcome, welcome. The lords of the house are home. And she's like pulling Alexander with her.
And you see as you walk in, Alexander kind of like flips a switch. And you've seen him do this before. He's going from reality to a performance. Mm-hmm. And he makes his stature look presentable, and he matches your pace. And only you can really tell the glimmer of lying behind his eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's gonna make her way like directly to the back where Hyrudin stays, or
Absolutely.
likes to find himself.
You make your way back, kind of climbing up a handful of stairs, to make your way to a kind of raised platform space with the lovely velvet ropes, and kind of this shimmering glass, like string shade, hanging kind of over to either side, refracting the light as it passes through. And you see Hyrudin in all of his glory, sprawled out, several empty bottles of champagne in front of him. You see a couple elven women on one side, as well as a Goliath man on the other side, both snuggling into his dwarven form.
Lad.
He is well in his cups. It is past business hours, but as soon as he sees you, his face lights up. He's like, Tavi! It is a pleasure to meet you once again. What brings you in? Are you looking for work? I always have work to offer.
Thank you, Hyrudin. That's so sweet of you. And as always, I'm always interested in, a good score. But today I actually have a few questions for you. So,
question. Are these public questions, or are these questions that we should keep a little bit secret?
Well, I would prefer not to share with the masses, Tight lips are
understood.
appreciated.
Ladies, I'm so sorry. Your company has been lovely. So, I will see you later. Leave me now. And you watch as the elven women and the Goliath kind of like stand up, kind of make their way. The Goliath kind of like turns over his shoulder at the last minute and gives Hyrudin a wink.
And Octavia nods and like waves. She's like, "Sorry, loves. Business is business." As they walk out.
Mm-hmm. Everyone, they all know you. They all respect you. They make their way out, and the curtains are kind of drawn, and you see a little button on the table get pressed, which you know that no one can overhear what you're saying outside of the three of you in this room. So what do you have for me? What news are you looking for?
Where do I begin?
Yes.
She kind of looks over at Alexander and she's like, "Do you want to tell him or shall I?"
Well, Hyrudin, Your Excellency, you know that, we have such a great relationship, and I tell you absolutely everything. He's like, "Oh, yes, we have a great relationship. We talk about everything. You are like a son to me. You are my son. Yeah, come here, boy, sit down." He, like, pats the seat next to him. So, there might be, like, one thing that I haven't told you quite yet. And you see kind of, like, Hyrudin's face, like, darkens a little bit. He like begins to lean back in his chair. The glass of brandy that he's been keeping on the table is ever scooted closer towards him. So, on one of the last missions that you had sent me out on, I might have ran into someone. You know, we ran into people all the time. Coincidences, lovely little predicaments.
Tavia will completely cut him off, and she's be like, he picked up an otherworldly hitchhiker.
What? I'm sorry. A little dense in the brain at this point in the night. What are you talking about? A hitchhiker? An otherworldly
yes.
hitchhiker?
See, Alessander is no longer the only person who occupies his body. Unfortunately, it seems that he was, maybe...
That's not always a bad thing. I've got plenty of voices in this head. It's all good, you know? You just got to know who's in control and, like,
It's stabbed me a few times.
Oh. That can be a... Mm-hmm. Alessander, did you apologize to the good woman? Anytime?
It's not his fault. It wasn't him who stabbed me. It just was using his body.
Did his blade draw blood?
Yes, but...
Alessander, apologize to the woman.
He did. It's fine. Rudin, it is okay. I don't have any ill will towards Alessander at all. I want to make that very clear. But I am concerned. Then what would she call an archfey? What was she?
You see Hyrudin's like expression kind of change as you mention archfey.
Yeah, and she's like, she told us the only way to get rid of him, because he wants to, I don't know, restart the Feywild, something like that, was to kill a god. And so now I have lots of responsibility, which, you know, granted, I'll do it. It kind of ties into everything in a little neat bow, but means I might not be around as much as I would like to, unfortunately.
Hyrudin kind of takes a moment to compose himself. He runs his finger through his like foot-long beard, with its gray speckles with age. Hyrudin is an old dwarf. We're talking like he's pushing like 500. And he looks great, you know, keeps in shape, but he takes a moment, he pauses, and Hyrudin isn't an individual to be lost for words.
He is like, she still has her bandana in her hands, and she's just kind of like worrying through it, like, uh-oh.
Well, you know, I guess that you've got to do what you've got to do. I mean, Tavi, we knew we were going to lose you eventually when you go and lead your people, you know? But
she kind of like looks off to the side, and she's like, yeah, well, that's only if my uncle ever dies, and considering his track record.
True. But, what do you need from me, Tavi? What do you need? You know I'm here for you.
I would like for you to look after Alessander. I know, and she kind of like puts a hand up to stop him from saying anything. She's like, I know it's not very fair, for him, but I don't want him to lose himself. I mean, he can kind of control when he switches, but this other being has clearly an agenda of his own, and we want to get rid of it so that Alessander can continue to be himself, because, well, we like him as himself.
Oh, yes, we do.
Purposefully avoids I in that sentence. And she's just like, So, just, keep him out of trouble for at least a little bit until I know what's going on. I mean, between this and then there's this cult group that's running around, and I have a friend at the school who might be infected with devouring and stuff like. It's a mess. It's such a big mess.
Do you need more help? And it seems like a lot of stuff to be getting. A cult, the devouring.
Oh dear Hyrudin. Sweet Hyrudin. I would love help. I would honestly love some help right now. I am very, very out of my depth. I'm not a hero or some kind of... I'm larger than life, most certainly, but I don't run off into the night and...
He, reaches out to, take your hand and kind of, pauses, waiting for you to, accept it.
She does.
He, grasps your hand with both of his. He's like, Tavi, if you ever need anything, you talk to me. Okay?
Right. Yes, I should have come to you a lot sooner, as soon as I started finding out that things were, well, to be honest, right fucked, but... I
don't have connections for nothing, you know?
True. Do you know anything about the eclipse?
The eclipse. These eclipse. Let me roll a history check for, That's a 2.
No.
I can't say I've heard of them. What are they up to? What is their shtick?
Well, they have, lots of people who, they started off by kidnapping a child, whom they steal his...
culty.
Yep, they steal his blood, and then they inject it into other people as experiments, and then that blood either burns them from the inside out, or they become like my friend, who has a weird mark from where they injected said blood, and strange dreams about a fiery god who wants to explode the world, who I need to defeat, I guess.
So, cult worshipping fiery god injecting blood into people.
Yes, very true.
Sounds like your average Wednesday.
Oh, truly. It's just another job, She just kind of, yep, so if you could, just have some people keep their eyes out for movement, perhaps cult sites, where they're gathering, that would be really helpful information.
Yes, I can put a couple people on it. And
that would be wonderful.
And we'll keep this, and he, elbows Alexander in, the gut. He's like, we'll keep this one, under wraps here. He'll have plenty to do. I've got all of those files in the back that have been needing organizing for quite a while.
Octavia looks at Alexander and she's like, sorry.
Alexander just, there's a look of understanding, but also just pleading.
She's like, maybe, if I do well in my classes, maybe I can come and help you just a little bit as an apology. Sorry.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, please. I've gotten you into worse. I can get you out of better.
I hope for it.
She yeah, and she's like, yeah, so I suppose I really need to be getting back.
It is very late. A young lady like you, a student of Ravenside, should not be out this late.
Yes, quite. So I will be in touch. Send a letter. If you need me for anything. I probably can't do as many jobs as I'd like, but if you need me, you know where to find me.
Tavi, why don't you spend the night here? It's such a long walk back. The roads can be quite dangerous. Have a drink. You look stressed. Why don't Marcel, can you come over here? And you see a Furbolg individual with these really beefy arms and hands like the size of your like face, like walks over. He's like, "Oh, what? Did you call me, Hyrudin?" And he goes, "Oh yes. Marcel, can you give Tavi just a little shoulder massage? She looks like she needs it. She's very tense."
Well, it's it's alright. We don't necessarily.
I mean, only if you want to, but like, I give great massages.
Yes, I do in fact know that. You know what? Fine, I'll stay the night. It's not like it's the first time I've done so.
Ah, yes! Everyone, did you hear that? Tavi's staying the night with us! Drinks around the house! There's a massive cheer. Shots are cheap shots. These are like liquor.
Oh yeah, like bottom of the barrel.
Oh, absolutely. Are poured out for
Jungle
everyone
juice.
there. The people that are drinking are too trash to know the difference.
Yeah.
And you see Marcel begins to work into the knots at the upper part of your shoulder. It is heavenly, to say the least. Like, his thumbs are as big as just like one of the knots. It's gorgeous.
Perfect. Amazing. And she just kind of like sinks. She's just like, oh, like you can just see like all the tension, just like it's like I could probably fall asleep right now.
And slowly enough, you do. With
Pass
the
out.
stress of everything going on, you inevitably fall into a deep sleep. Awakening much later than you expected to.
Oopsie.
As you see the crowd for the next night begins to filter in. Around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, sleeping well through everything. You do get a long rest.
Thank the Lord.
But it is this time that you head back to the tower. The events of Lily and Winnie occur. And it is Monday morning of week 3. And I think we're going to take a little bit of an early break.
Oops.
That's all good. Yeah, so we will see you back here in 10 minutes with everyone, and we're going to get into our 3rd week of classes. So we'll see you in a sec.
Yay! We can't hear
Hey!
Sam.
Hey, we're back.
Hey!
Hey,
Yay!
hey, Sam.
Her Wi-Fi is garbo right now.
Oh no. Oh no. We're
Oh
gonna,
no!
You know,
Okay,
we're
Connor's winning now.
we're gonna be a little messed up, you know?
It's okay.
Connor is now playing Winnie. Sam is
Hello?
playing Lilibet. Welcome.
I didn't realize we were having a body swap episode
This
now.
episode.
I know. Already. How you doing? How you doing, Sam?
We cannot hear her.
Cool.
I thought I heard her for a second,
Almost.
and then
Oh,
it was
Wait, we might have something.
not to be.
Anyway, as Sam gets Wi-Fi and everything together, we are gonna start jumping back into it with the morning after. Monday morning, early in the morning, the alarms start going off, various different tones and rhythms to make sure that everyone gets up in the morning for their Monday morning classes. What's the order? How do people get to classes? Who likes to be early? Who's running in at the last moment?
Bro, Octavia's already there. She's been there.
Zephyr's definitely getting there at the last moment.
Mm-hmm.
He's not late, but it's looking like he is.
I think Al is just on time today. He's usually early, but I think today he's just on time because he wants to inspect the room before he leaves. He wants to cast Detect Magic and see if there's any kind of Divination surveillance magic.
Oh no.
Oh no, now we're all messed up.
Yeah, now we're all funky now.
Uh-oh.
Here, where am I?
no.
I'll just scoot over here to where.
Let's go. I'm still Zephyr, but
Hello?
also Winnie.
I'm now Lily. Welcome.
Drew's chin looks like he's a part of Aaron's face. Oh, Lord. This is...
Well,
We have fun here.
I'm the DM now. Uh-oh.
well, sorry about the technical issues, y'all. We will be back in a moment. I know we just took a break, but you know, we're gonna
This is worth figuring out.
We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna be right back. You know, we're all having a great time, and we'll see you in a moment.
In a moment. Don't go anywhere.
That I know of.
And welcome back, everyone. We have
Everyone's
figured out our
here.
technical issues.
Hello.
Everyone is back. We are good.
don't-
We are.
I don't know
all
where to
set.
look. Where's my camera?
Figured out is
Other side.
subjective.
There you go.
Oh,
There
okay,
you
got
go.
it. Got it.
And we're gonna pick right back up where we left off. Beginning of week 3. Everyone is waking up for their classes. Alarms are going off. Some people are already out of the room. Octavia is patiently waiting in class 10 minutes early. Whatever. Al is probably getting dressed, getting the armor on, getting ready. How about everyone else?
Text magic.
Detect magic. Oh, right. You cast Detect Magic. And first of all, you have to take a moment because this entire room is enchanted. The tower itself is like a magical item. Just pillaring up into the sky. Every piece of furniture, every wall has been enchanted with transmutation magic to some capacity or another. But as you kind of blink and you normalize, you see the various magic items on your party. And you don't see any specifically divination magic.
Okay.
Lots of transmutation, lots of magical items on people that are going up. No divination.
Then I'll go to class.
Beautiful.
Lily probably goes to her fireball class early
Mm-hmm.
and is just like begging to start training earlier than everyone else.
You arrive and you are the first person there, which is a little bit of a difference from the last 2 weeks because Professor Drax has always been there early.
Right.
And you watch today as you and Octavia are kind of waiting in class early. Februm walking in just on time. Drax is a minute or two late.
Odd.
Oh. It's like the scary.
So, before we get too in-depth with some of the descriptions of the classes, let's roll our checks. So first of all, we have Februm, Zephyr, and Octavia. I need athletics checks.
You got it, boss.
This is for your rock wall climbing.
That is a 17.
Okay?
I got a nat 20, which makes it a 23.
Okay.
Thank
I
you,
got
Zoro
it.
Boob Pad,
Wow.
because that's the reason why.
A 12 and a 17. Beautiful. Okay. Before we go into, I'm just gonna do all the classes first, then we'll go back and we'll do descriptions and roleplay thingies. Sound good? Okay. Next up, we have Fireball training, deck saves from Lily, Zephyr, and Octavia.
You said deck save?
Yep.
Let's go. That's a 21.
11.
Oh,
I got an 18.
And
I've been waiting like 2 months for this
18.
bit.
Okay. Next we have Februm and Winnie with a history check for your History of the Light class.
That's a 17.
That would be a 10.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Wait. Sorry. I just realized I can't. I gotta figure out a way to put this and my character sheet on at the same time. So if I disappear for a second, that's why.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Next up we have Lily and Aldrich with medicine checks for your First Aid 101.
19.
19.
15.
15. And then finally, we have Aldrich and Winifred with charisma saves for Intro to Etiquette.
What is it, a charisma save? Can you hear me okay? Because I don't have a
I can
microphone
hear you.
anymore.
Yes.
I
Excellent.
can hear you great.
You actually sound better now than you did.
Excellent.
10.
I hate technology. What am I rolling?
A charisma save.
Oh, wait, I still don't have my fucking character sheet up. Hold on. This is a pain in the ass.
We're holding.
Wait.
Wait for it.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Hold on.
We're waiting. We're holding.
Hold on. Wait. Fuck. Hold on. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to split screen this shit. Hold on.
I can just look at your character sheet for you.
Wait.
Yeah, we can pull up your character sheet. You just tell us what you roll on the dice.
I rolled a 14. I think it's still I think I have +3 to my charisma save, but I don't know. I hate this. This sucks. I think it's a 3 on there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll take a 3 for right now. So that's a 17.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. Let's start off our descriptions. We're going to start with rock wall climbing, our athletics checks. We've got Februm, Zephyr, Octavia. We had 2 successes and a failure. Third week, you're starting to get up to the 3rd tier of the tower, climbing up around the outside. Zephyr and Octavia, y'all are doing great this week. You are keeping up with each other. The competitive nature between the two of you seems to be driving you up farther. You were leading the class. Unfortunately, Februm, you are constantly just twinging in pain from your tentacle. It hasn't fully healed. Even with the cauterization that you did immediately, it might have stopped the blood loss, but you've severed nerve endings. These modifications are in depth, and as you stand feeling like you've lost a limb, occasionally you get phantom pains from where you think it's still there. It just sets you back, and you end up slipping a couple of times. No major falls, but a couple scrapes and bruises, and you can feel that your muscles are sore. You will have disadvantage on strength checks going into the weekend. Next up, we have how to dodge a fireball. We had, again, 2 successes and 1 failure. Octavia, walk in the park, dodging explosions, jumping around. You've got this. A rogue's, intro is this stuff. You've been dodging traps more difficult than these fireballs that Professor Drax is throwing at you. And you know what? Just like in Rockwall climbing, Zephyr is sticking with you step for step, mirroring your actions, kind of stepping maybe a hair after, but looking at a distance, you could not tell the difference between the two of you stepping out of the way, rolling, and dodging these explosions left and right. Lily, you are an agile individual, and you're doing your best to keep up, but there are other things on your mind. There is a note in a vial in your pocket that keeps drawing your attention. There are the recent conversations that you've had with your companions that are starting to remind you of the past. And it is distracting just enough for you to get caught by a couple of these fireballs, kind of scorching your arms and a bit of your clothes. Would you roll a d10 for me?
4.
Take 4 hit points off of your hit point maximum for this weekend, as you have to recover from your burns and your scars. Now, I know Zephyr wants to do something, so I'm going to throw it to him. But I will announce that if you want to interject at any point during these descriptions, please do.
Oh, now I'm scared.
I really want to do it. Alright, did we notice when he came in, did he look, like, upset or anything since he was late?
Make an insight check. And everyone who's in that class can make this check as well.
That's a 5.
You said insight?
Insight.
I don't get in trouble, man.
This is a 15.
15?
11.
11. Zephyr, you don't notice anything. You see him kind of rushed. He looks maybe a little flustered. His kind of pointy witch's hat is a little crooked as he walks in, but that could just be from him kind of rushing in the morning. He got a late start. Octavia, you notice something a little different. He's rushing, but he's doing so in a way that makes you think he's trying to hide something.
Oh.
And as you kind of like look, you notice that he's got a little bit of a limp. Like every couple of steps you see that there is an injury that is not visible. He looks perfectly fine, but he is reacting to something that's not there.
Cool. Octavia's gonna hang out after class.
Okay. But during class, Zephyr is there.
So while he's dodging, he's gonna be looking for an opening, and if he finds one, he's gonna cast Fireball and kind of not purposefully trying to miss and trying to make it look like he's obviously going to miss, but trying to show like, hey, I'm learning, I found an opening and all this, and just kind of have it whiz by Drax.
Make a spell check. So it's going to be your charisma modifier plus the dice roll.
Oh, that's scary. Please. Dice, please, I do not want to hit him. 10.
You dodge out of the way and you get that spell ready. You pull out your music device, kind of scroll through your songs in an instant. Time slows down for a second. You hit play and you feel the magic surge into you, and you spit out this bead of red. But at the last moment, you hit a pebble in the gravel courtyard, kind of tripping over to the side, and this fireball that was supposed to go off into the corner ends up being directed directly at Professor Drax. You see the bead fly up into the air. and you see an explosion of red. The students gasp. There is an audible, like, and the courtyard falls silent for a second. And you wait for the instant flare of heat to go away. The fire dissipates. And there's nothing left. There's nothing there.
And if I just rolled it naturally, it wouldn't have been much better.
Students start to kind of look around at each other. You're gathered with a group of first years, so everyone is baffled, confused. There's a couple of dirty looks sent in your direction.
Oh god.
Until you hear a little voice over your shoulder. You're like, "Wow, that was quite impressive. You've been making great progress, but try that again, and I will disintegrate you." Oh, what joy this class is! As Professor Drax materializes from a blip out of reality behind Zephyr in a big show, his arms up, his cloaks kind of draped out around him.
Octavia's like, she looks like she's in horror, but you can very clearly see just the biggest shit-eating grin from the corner. She's like, and as she'll walk by Zephyr and kind of like hit him from behind, she's like, "That's a really good way to get yourself killed. Lord forbid you make me happy." She'll walk by.
He kind of looks over at Lily. Was that a compliment, or did she just insult me?
It was a good thing.
I have to think about that.
And while Zephyr thinks, we will move on to the history of light. One success, one failure here. Winnie, you are entrenched in the media that they are presenting. They start talking about the origins of the goddesses in the class, talking about these 3 women birthed into divinity, each grabbing different aspects of the matron's symbol, which is the moon. And they start to dive into Lunaris, who is scheduled to make a visit to Aophik at some point. And Duskradil, who hasn't been seen for centuries. And what you find interesting is...
What?
Um,
Continue. Sorry.
Good.
What is happening?
There is very little information about Crookton that they provide. Like, they give her greater overarching themes, what role she plays in the Trinity. She's kind of the whimsical, adventurous spirit. But compared to the other two, there is a paragraph for Crookton, and there are pages for Lunaris and Duskradil.
What the fuck? That's stupid.
And Februm, unfortunately, you are still sore from your climbing, and an interesting thing happens for you. As the class is being taught, you start to find plot holes in the history that's being told to you, referencing materials that you've read from our friendly Lich Phase library, her books written in a language that no one else can seem to understand start to conflict with the history that you're being told. Bits and pieces about the goddesses, their origins, stuff that you can't quite put your finger on yet. But it pulls you away from your studies, and you end up finding yourself wishing to go back to the library, to reference the materials, to find the truth. And unfortunately, you just don't do that well with the classes this week. But your questions are still ringing in your head. And you can just feel the throbbing of your familial gift, still kind of loosely attached to your forehead, pulse every so often.
Interesting.
Next up, we have first aid. We have a success from Lily and a failure from Aldrich. So close, yet so far. And with this, Lily, this is second nature to you. Medicine is something that you've always had to understand and easily attach yourself to as someone who grew up in the wash-up. So you are vigilant as always, tending to your wounds. Al, on the other hand, you find yourself distracted. There are several different images that are brought up in class of different wounds, how to treat them, what they're caused by. And there ends up being this burn mark of a hand wrapped around someone's shoulder that you can't put your finger on it, but you know what that's from. And you end up focusing on it, and focusing. You see bits of red kind of creep in from the center of your vision, and then the bell rings. An hour has gone by in the blink of a moment.
Going crazy.
And then we finally have Aldrich and Winnie for intro to etiquette. Al, peeling over from your other class, you find yourself distracted. You find yourself unfocused and forcing yourself to stand up, sit straight, watch your manners is far more difficult. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
As Hopper kind of comes over for the third time in the same class to correct you, kind of telling you to keep your feet together, stop fidgeting, there is this bubbling rage that you feel like come into your chest. This need to just pummel him. He's wrong. He's incorrect. He shouldn't be telling you this. You take a deep breath. It comes back down, but that little creep of anger, that how dare someone distract you from what you're thinking, just sits right in the back of your head.
Oh god. We're all hurting our teachers today.
So yeah.
Are there any consequences for those two?
There are. So going back up, we'll just go back over it again. Februm, you have disadvantage on strength checks.
Yep.
As well as you have difficulty remembering past information, which is more of a roleplay thing, but it also equivalates disadvantage on history checks.
Gotcha.
Lily, you have 4 hit points off of your maximum. And then Al, you have disadvantage on all con saves from Intro to Etiquette, as well as disadvantage on wisdom checks for first aid. But yeah, that's how the week's classes went. You're starting to get into some very difficult material in all of your classes. They're only 4 weeks long, so you know that next week will be the end of this class period. But yes, Octavia.
Sorry, did I just like pass out for a second? What do I have advantage on?
You passed both your classes, so you don't have anything to worry about.
Oh, cool. We're good. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Oh, so it's like finals week shit
Oh, yeah.
for these. Oh, okay.
No.
Good.
We're so good. We're so good.
So
Taking
good.
some easier classes next semester.
Yep. But with class checks out of the way, we know kind of how the week is going to progress. Is there anything that people are doing during the week? You don't have a whole lot of free time, but your evenings are generally open as long as you don't have too much homework. We will go in order. So, Winnie, what are you doing?
Do you want the Winnie and Drax talk during the week or on the weekend?
Roll a d6 for me.
Gary needs a new. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh,
Not
Dropping
again!
Like flies,
More
man.
discrepancies.
No,
Dropping like flies.
Come here.
Technology is
Five.
not our
I
friend
can't hear
today.
you when you cut out.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
That's a
Okay.
5.
A 5? It'll happen on Friday.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Nice, nice. You love to see it.
Who else has things they want to do? Zephyr.
He's gonna go talk to his sister again.
Okay.
He's got some questions.
Alright, so you find some time in your week to go talk to her. She is very busy. She spends a lot of time studying. She hasn't been the most studious individual in the past, and she's paying for it. So as you kind of walk in, you see that her party is desperately trying to get her to focus on her studies and to do her homework. But as soon as she sees you enter the room, it is almost like she never existed there to begin with. As she grabs her maul, she heads out into the hallway. The door slams shut behind her, and she's like, "Okay, so what do you need?"
Am I interrupting something, or?
Oh, not at all. Why would you ever be interrupting anything? But if we could like take 2 steps, maybe like, a half a mile away from here, we'd be perfectly fine.
2 steps.
So like, the roof again.
Yeah, roof works great.
Alright. So I think I went on a date.
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, like we've been over this. Like,
Wait, is this was the one person in your party?
Yeah.
You didn't. Zephyr! She like hits your shoulder. She's like, I mean, I did it too when I was your age. Like, I understand it, but like, you gotta be careful. Like,
Should I have not?
no. Don't get me wrong. Like, party, you're gonna get super close. You're gonna like be a family. That's the goal. And like sometimes, for some of us, that family can be actual family eventually. You just gotta be careful.
I
So who are they? First of all, she, he. What are we doing?
She.
Cool.
So I met her dad.
What? Was this during the date or after the date?
I'm not really sure. I think it was
Zephyr.
during.
Zephyr Windstrider, I swear to the goddesses above, if you tell me that your first date with this girl was going to meet her dad. Oh, you did. You see,
So,
she flips around. Her hands are like, she's like, oh god, what do I do? What do I do?
I thought it went well.
Well, that's good. I mean, what's her dad like? Where do they live? Are they like? Is this like the Shadow kind of a state, or are they in one of the wards?
The post office living area thing that they have.
The north one?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, that's a lovely place. Wait,
Oh yeah.
you're dating a male person's daughter?
Yes. I mean, she wants to be a male person, so it's pretty much.
Are you
a male
dating the Winslow girl?
Yeah. Did I not specify it?
Oh my god.
Well, hold on. I don't know if it's like. I went on a date,
Ugh.
right? That's different, right?
So you're dating?
Well, you used to hit me when you go home from a date, and I asked if you were dating. So. Like,
Yeah, so I have to give it back.
I'm so confused.
I would also like to
Sorry.
see you try to hit me. I think that would be fun. But anyway.
Look. I thought it went. I don't know what to do now, though.
How is her dad? He? Oh, yep, that
Yeah. Very nice guy, though.
that is to be expected. Do you know about her brother?
No. Well, a little bit. She told me while we were there.
I mean, it's not my place.
I mean, I get they've been through a lot, but
that family has been through it.
well, I mean,
There aren't a lot of
we-
families that
but,
lose fully fledged night eyes.
yeah. Yeah, it was a little heavy, but they're very nice people, and you know that I don't know what to say. Like, a person's more than their struggles, so it's not gonna change anything in my eyes.
Oh, of
And I'm
course.
more than happy to like help them out if there's anything I can do.
As long as you understand.
Unrelated, I've been meaning to ask you about something else.
Okay, pivot. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, you know how I am. So, remember how I asked you about like the spell thing, and you said you didn't do anything?
What spell thing?
The Night of the Fire.
When the fire alarm went off?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
He pauses to sip. He's got a glass on the roof.
He definitely does.
They've got some after class drinks.
I've thought it for a while. And I've gotten some kind of confirmation, but like, you're not telling me something. And I know you well enough to know when you're not telling me something. Because you've done that a lot. I'm no better, but what can't you tell me? What is so... Like... Come on, I'm your brother.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're getting at.
What do I say?
Okay. Okay. Do you want to know the truth about that night?
Yes, I want to know. That's what I'm asking, yes.
Okay. And you're not going to call me a softie for it, right?
Maybe. That depends.
Pinky swear.
Alright.
Okay. So, while you and the other freshmen were like performing and stuff, there was this like second year that he's an asshole. We don't like him. Noticed that he started casting a silence spell and had one of my party members counterspell it. Gotta be honest.
Can I tell if she's lying?
Roll an insight check.
Oh, that's not good. Let's see. Big money. Zephyr needs a new pair of boots. Damn it. 6.
This is your sister. You've always been wary of her words, but it is difficult to tell in this moment what is truthful and what is her fabrication.
Fun.
Because there is a definite aspect of truth. She's telling you a truthful story.
Okay.
But your wits are your own. That's it. I'm sorry. I just like, I mean, you were having such a good time, and I didn't want to, like, them to be like a buzzkill or anything.
Appreciated. I mean, I don't know what else to... Since I can't call you a softie, I won't.
Well, thank you. That is much appreciated.
I'm more afraid of the aftermath of that, but...
Yes, you are standing next to an 1,000-foot ledge, and I have a very large hammer.
Touché. Alright, well... I'm gonna trust you. Just, don't be evil. Not that you would.
What does that mean?
We've been through a lot.
Yeah?
Just promise me you're not evil.
I'm not evil. I pinky swear.
Alright. Anyway. Last order of business. Then I'll let you go.
I mean,
What
we
do I
can keep
do
talking. It's really not that big of a deal.
No. No. Last order of business. I went on one date. What do I do next?
Well, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah,
Do you think she enjoyed herself?
I would hope so.
Then you ask her out on another date. I know. It's radical. It's radical.
Oh my god. Is it that simple?
Zephyr. Little Z, come here.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It is that simple. Men love to overcomplicate things.
Damn.
If you like her,
Damn.
ask her out on another date. And if you think that she enjoyed herself, even more reason to. Also,
Alright.
if you're worried about it, make it an official date too. Because I have a sneaking suspicion meeting her dad on the first date was not the intention.
Yeah.
Clear the air,
Good call.
get things situated, go out and have like a nice dinner or something. I have a couple places if you're interested.
Depending on her answer, I may take you up on that.
You let me know.
Alright.
You know where I'm at.
You should probably go back to your homework. I saw you didn't carry the 2.
No. No. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna watch the moon set. And I'm gonna have a drink.
You know what? If you fail, that just means I'll see you next year.
Oh, please. I'm not failing. I have too much talent.
As he walks away, he's gonna like open up the door to go back inside, and as he closes it, just go, by the way, I accidentally shot Drax today, and then close the door.
there is like a moment where like you see the glass fall a foot before her reflexes catch in and catch the glass from underneath, catching it like right before it hits the table and shatters. And that's all you needed to know by her surprise. Okay. Anyone else? What are you doing during the week? Al, what's up?
I am going to spend my days studying that contract.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Okay. I also wanted to cast Identify on it one night, if that makes a difference.
Sure.
Cool.
Could Februm be helping with this?
If you'd like to, you can give advantage. Do you know Infernal?
Would my eye help me, is the question. Or is that specifically a library thing? I feel like he would try. It was just whether or not it would work or not.
I will give you an Arcana check. So do that first before Al rolls his check. Because your eye does something, but not exactly that.
Gotcha. And wait, is that's an unnatural 20.
Okay. So, Februm, how you help is not knowing Infernal, not knowing what the language is specifically written in. Your eye ends up pointing out hidden details. Bits of text that have been written underneath other text that you're able to kind of like parse out, and it's almost like being able to read invisible ink. You see bits of text that are moving on this magical contract that you're able to pinpoint and kind of lock down, and as you trace it with your finger, you give Al enough time to read over the statement and kind of jot it down on another pad of paper before it disappears somewhere else in the contract. So Al, make your investigation check with advantage.
Cool. Okay. Second roll is a 4. So, 13 plus 6 plus my Flash of Genius is going to be a 22.
A 22. So you start digging into this contract, spending most of your free time trying to decipher it, get into it, and you end up finding a lot of just like logistical like bullshit. It's a lot of like, if this happens, then this happens, and this happens, then this happens, then like some of this stuff goes on, then maybe this will happen, and most of the contract doesn't seem like integral to the deal or anything that happened between these two archfiends. But you do find a clause about 3/4 of the way through the contract. I gotta make sure I have the names in front of me because I will forget them. One sec. Finding names.
Would it be Euroga and Amaria?
It is
Or
Euroga
it not
and
both?
Amaria. I just wanted them in front of me. Oh, I found them. Thank you, Connor. Okay. But you find a clause in the contract in which Amaria designates a fraction of her domain and her power to Euroga in exchange for a pact of protection for a specific individual that is only known as the Wish Child.
I'm still here. I don't know who that is.
Cool. Is that it?
That is all you're able to grasp from this contract. It is, from your understanding, the power that it would have taken to create this contract is 10th level or above magic.
Cool.
Only things accessible by divinity or those that have made grand sacrifices to attain that power.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Was there anything about? Did my identify do anything?
I think first of all, your identify shows that this is an artifact. Which means if it's ever destroyed, it will reappear somewhere in the world, reforming itself. It is nearly indestructible, except by the two that are signed as the creators. And I think your identify would give you that it is drawing excessive amounts of power from somewhere else. Just to maintain its form and maintain its function as a demonic contract.
Okay.
And you don't know where it leads. But there is a red thread that seems to, go off a foot from the contract and then kind of disappear into the ether. Not visible all the time, but as you kind of inspect it with magic, it appears for just a flash before kind of fizzling out.
In what direction?
Or
is it different every time?
No, it would be in a direction. It is facing... Now you're making me make decisions about world geography.
Yep.
It is facing northeast.
Okay. Would I know of any towns that are northeast?
You know that... Fudge. Tridel is relatively northeast, but it is at a much steeper angle than this thread is giving you.
Okay. Cool. And I think that is all for me.
Okay. Octavia, I know you had your hand up.
Yeah, she was just gonna stay after class because she noticed about Drax limping.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically she kind of like waits for everyone to filter out. And she's just gonna be like, yes, Professor, I have a question for you.
Oh yes, Octavia. What can I help you with?
Are you all right, sir? You know me, I'm quite observant, and
Oh
I
yes,
can't help but notice that you're limping.
You know, it must be the old bones, you know, acting up a little bit here and there. I wasn't as young as I used to be.
Did something happen?
Oh, no, not at all.
She just kind of looks at him and like she doesn't fully believe him.
Must have just twisted something in my back coming down the elevator, you know?
Would you like a hand to the infirmary? You know, just to make sure everything's okay.
Oh, I very much appreciate your concern, but unfortunately, I think I'm all set. Nothing you can really worry yourself about. You might as well run along. Lots of classes.
Yes, yeah, lots of them. She's not gonna get any information out of this guy. And she doesn't quite have any ammo with which to interrogate him, so she's just... well, I hope...
Being this close.
Yeah. Oh, yes?
First of all, what's your wisdom modifier?
Oh, that's scary. Oh, it's a +1.
Alright. Is your perception also a +1, or do you have more for that?
My perception is a +4.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
You need a 20.
Oh boy. That's not happening. I got an... What is that? I got a 7. That's not happening.
Okay. Yeah. You... Based on your own intuition, Drax is a stubborn individual, and if he doesn't want to tell you something, he's not going to tell you something.
Yeah, she's just like, well, do try to take care of yourself, old man. I'm pretty sure this school would struggle if you weren't around to take care of it.
Oh, I'm sure the school would collapse without me.
A feeling that that's quite literal, but I'm just going to ignore it for now. Have a good day, Professor.
You too, Octavia. Do well in your studies.
Oh, you know me. Flawless. She, walks off.
Lovely.
Cool, that's it.
That's it.
Our time.
Okay, Lily, okay.
Hey.
Our time.
So, Wednesday...
She waits for Wednesday to roll around, and then she, like, goes up to everyone in the party. She's like, do you want to go to the bars with me?
Octavia's sitting there and she's like, I've already started, love. Say less. When are we going and where?
I don't know. I just want to get some training in.
Oh, you're gonna fight.
Yes, of course. That's
Let's
why you go to a bar.
Oh.
Oh, I
fight.
thought you were. You know, it's fine. It's
I
yeah.
mean, she's not wrong.
I mean, yeah, it happens regardless if you get a drink or
Winnie,
not.
darling, you can do both. It is so... You can do both.
Huh?
Drinking just enables you to fight. Oh, it works.
Can I come? I want to train. I'm all set.
I guess someone should stay here to watch Axel, huh?
Perhaps.
I've got all my armor, and I've got this cool new sword.
Actually,
She leans over to someone, probably Octavia, and she goes, I don't want to take Axel.
Octavia, like, she's like, she's got a flask. She always has a flask on her, whether or not she's drinking from it is a question. But she's like mid-drink, and as Lily leans over and she's like, you what? You want
me? I was just saying something that I thought that I didn't want everyone to hear.
Octavia kind of leans back in and she's like, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. The kid's not my responsibility, but I'll keep an eye on him if you want me to.
Come on, Februm. I've been doing a lot of training, and I've been getting really good with my sword. I'm gonna put up a great fight.
He can't ask Mom. He's going to Dad.
Mom will say no. Did you ask your mom?
I-
Yes. What'd she say? No.
Pretty much.
Let me put it to you this way, Axel. You haven't actually fought anyone yet. This would be real, very dangerous fighting with very experienced fighters.
I've been
I
in
don't
lots of dangerous
know-
situations.
You have.
He's got a point.
He has. But have you fought anyone?
Yes.
Genuinely. Not spar.
Yeah. Yeah, I've fought people.
Lily
Did you
does not
win?
count.
Did you win?
The biggest caveat.
I haven't won any fights, but I've done a lot of them.
Well, alright.
Februm. There's your answer.
Next time we have a chance, we'll go
Okay.
out and we'll find a sparring partner.
I don't want to spar. I want
We'll
to do
find
the
the
no
child
holds barred
like
combat that
Lily's
Lily's been
find a
talking
good-
about for
we'll
a
find
week.
a
Good.
confused look because she's been training him, so the only thing you could be suggesting is that like you're gonna find him someone he can actually fight.
Yeah, it's something.
Februm,
Huh.
do you mind if I make a wager?
Sure.
I
don't
kind
know
of bend
what
down to
wager I'm
Axel's
in.
level. All right, Axel.
Okay.
If you can do damage to me, real damage, with that sword, you can come.
Okay.
Ow. Buddy.
You watch him, like, he backs up, and he's got some, like, leather armor on, his sword strapped around his back. It's probably, like, fitted, like, it's like halfling armor, kind of in that style, but it fits him perfectly, kind of with his stature, and he's a little smaller right now. He steps back, he gets his sword ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
And, yeah, he's gonna kind of like, there's a like sheen from the blade as he like pulls it out.
Ching.
Oh, it's cocked. That's cocked. Fuck. Ah, I can't roll any of these dice in this tray. Oh, poor Axel. He like swings quickly, and you're actually surprised at how well the swing goes. And you watch as it hits your chest plate, but then kind of slides off to the side, leaving a little scrape, but not doing any actual damage. He rolled a 14.
I can like get a rag out and buff my chest. Well,
Hey, that's no fair. You have all that armor on, and you're like really hard to hit. And you see he starts like tearing up a little bit.
Oh.
Aw, give the boy a break, old man.
Yeah, Lily comes over at this point. She's like, Axel, you know I haven't taught you anything about fighting people in armor, right?
Yeah.
You do know that some people are going to use things to get an advantage in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Armor is probably the simplest of those things. You even bought armor yourself. You expect people to call you out for using armor?
No.
That just means I have something else to show you.
Okay. Do I have to stay here though? Can I at least watch? I promise I'll be really good.
He can take notes.
If someone else is able to watch you, because I will be participating, then you can.
Not Zephyr. Winnie?
Not Zephyr.
I mean, I was gonna participate anyway.
Octavia's like,
Wait,
I
so,
don't feel
no.
like fighting
Does anyone-
tonight, so I can.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you can tag along with me if you want, Axel.
Okay.
Oh, can we do double moms?
Yeah, I'm alright.
She
with
like
that.
high fives with Winnie.
Sorry, Zephyr. No offense. You were just really easy to sneak away from last time.
It's true.
You know what? All right,
I mean, it's all on me. I'm sorry.
that's fine. No, it's fine.
You can always fight, and we can support you
Axel,
down
like,
there.
leans over to Winnie. He's like, I think I made Zephyr mad.
No, if anything, you hurt his fragile ego, which is just fine.
I think you should talk to him.
I've heard that
Later.
men's egos are fairly fragile, generally.
Oh,
Um,
immensely fragile. All you have to do is say a few words, and then let's just chip away at. It's like what's also brittle.
I know
Like-
age is usually a thing. Al, I'm sorry to tell
That's
you
just
this, but
rude.
you're really old.
Octavia's like, that
He's
is
on a
an
roll
observation.
tonight. He's on
That
a
is
roll.
That is an observation, yes.
Not
Um,
untrue.
What about Februm?
Oh, is he gonna say something about everyone?
Oh, I'm just
Are you
curious.
just training this boy to
What do you
pop
think I
shots
am?
at us?
Axel, like, walks up to Februm. He's like, I gotta think about it. Don't worry, I'll get there. I'll get there.
All right.
Octavia's like, well, we have the whole night ahead of us. Do you want to hold Perseus?
Oh yeah, I love Perseus.
Do you
Come full
want-
circle.
Um,
Do you
Gonna
want
hand
to
him.
do you want to walk or do you want to ride?
is that even a question?
Get on.
Axel,
fly low to the-
Axel jumps
fly
out of the
low.
broom, holding Perseus in his hands. You see, Octavia, you see as, like, Winnie begins to, like, take off with her broom, kind of heading out the window. Axel is, like, sneaking out little bits of, like, dried, like, jerky and stuff to feed Perseus. Both of them make eye contact with you just as Winnie, like, dips, like, out of view.
She sighs and just walks after. Oh man, they
I
are
say I won't be flying too high since he can't exactly hold on.
a terrible
Hold on to the
duo.
cat.
Well, if he does hold on, Perseus can like bite his collar and like coast.
Oh, okay.
So-
Because he's got wings! Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
It is Winnie driving the broom, Axel
Yeah.
like wrapped around like her waist, and Perseus just holding on to this like long collar on the back because he's got like kind of like a popped collar,
Mhm.
and Perseus is just like full Superman with the wings out, just like
Oh yeah,
holding on to Axel's collar.
Stitching.
I fucking love it.
100%.
But yeah, eventually you all reconnect down on the street and end up making your way over to Stick and Poker, our prime
Hard
time
hour.
experience for betting, battles, and tattoos.
Oh yeah, I
Can't
have a
tell
tattoo.
why, but Lily wipes a tear from her eye.
And you make it there a little later than you were expecting. You see that it being a Wednesday, they've already lowered the pit. There is a decent crowd. You think that the event definitely brings people out. And yeah, there is a roster with names, and there's not a whole lot of people on tonight's roster. the no holds bar kind of edges people away because there is the chance of death. While most people don't take it, it is definitely over advertised. Like, death at every turn! Like, be wary, will your opponent finish the job or not? Like, think flashing lights, prestidigitation, the whole 9 yards. But you walk in as a group to this establishment. Immediately the smell of ale hits your nose. There is a roar of the crowd as a battle has already begun. A human individual seems to be wielding some sort of druidic magic and has restrained this Aarakocra individual with vines kind of tapering them down to the floor as they start, like, gawking about how a bird has lost their ability to flight.
Dude.
Being like, the druid being like, I tame all nature.
It's a little
like that's
racist,
racist.
dude.
Yeah. I was just like, is that racist?
That's not cool.
I was thinking it. I was like, shit, is that racist?
We kind of like collectively are like, yeah.
You're like,
We're like, oh my God.
the collect-
We all kind of look at each other and we're all like...
the collective crowd is like, ugh. The drow goes,
Does anyone
the
join?
druid goes, wait, no, not like that!
we're all like,
Druid is cool,
boo! Boo!
But yeah.
I think Octavia's gonna keep an eye out to see if she sees anyone from the guild.
Make a perception check.
An 18.
Of course. Always.
Yeah.
There's someone present. You see the kind of, like, notable, like, silver band around the wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Signifying that they're are a person of the guild. But they're just here watching. They're definitely playing a peacekeeper role than a, like, specifically looking for an individual. Or on a job.
Okay. Sounds good. She's just kind of keeping an eye out. She's, like, waiting to hear back from Hyrudin and doing her thing.
I'm gonna let I'm gonna get off the broom, but I'm gonna let Axel stay on it so A, I can see him easier, and B, so he can see the pit easier.
He floats up to eye level with you.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
As you all look around, you see Willow Puff, the fairy, floating around and being like, "All right, everyone, if you want to battle tonight, I'm gonna need your names down here. The betting has already begun. Late entries? Anyone?
Zephyr
looks to the rest of the group,
excitedly walking over to it.
Mm-hmm.
Octavia's like,
go.
Lily, I put money on you.
Wait, is Zephyr going too?
Yeah, I'll go.
Well, good luck, you two. I'm rooting
Um,
for ya.
Hey, Lily, if we go against each other, can you not aim for the ribs? That's all I ask.
Can I make a 5 gold bet on Lily?
Absolutely.
I should bet too. Sure.
Is there an entry fee?
There is a... what's the entry fee for this one? Because there was for last...
Was it 5 for the last one?
I think it was 25 for the last one.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
As I look through post-it notes on my desk.
Oh no, I'm still good.
It is a 10 gold entry for this one.
Cool.
They seem to want to
crowd.
draw a couple more people in. There's not as much of a line.
Nobody's trying to die.
But you do kind of like, as you peek over Willow Puff's sheet, the betting is much higher on these events. The entry's lower, but the betting is higher.
When you say no holds bar,
Absolutely
Does that
nothing's
mean-
against the limits.
does that mean
Sick.
people can interfere?
I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, we don't advertise that. But
Good.
you didn't hear it from me.
Works for me.
I'm
like-
not fighting.
He slams some
Oh.
gold on the counter.
I'm ready to not.
All right.
fight.
Sign me up.
Octavia's like taking mental notes. She's like, all right, so that means that if I have to save your ass, she's looking at Zephyr, then maybe I'll think about it.
So, who
I'm
can I
saying
count
that now.
in for this evening? 1, 2, 3? 3 entries? That'll be 10 gold each from each one of you.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
What's the betting start at?
Betting starts at whatever your heart desires, but we go up to 300 gold pieces.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna put 5 platinum on Lily.
Whoa.
5?
No, I'm sorry. 3 platinum.
3 platinum on Lily.
Zephyr, aren't you fighting too?
Yeah,
I'm.
All right.
I'm gonna put
but I have a
2
track
silver on Lily.
2. Willowpuff like looks back up at you. I'm like, I'm sorry, we don't take it. I will say we don't take bets lower than a gold piece.
I was gonna say, Lily looks at him like, what the fuck?
Is that all I'm worth?
Okay. So you do have a place the betting starts.
Most people that are betting on this stuff don't start with silver, if we're being perfectly honest.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
Alex.
know.
Gamblers rule. You go all in.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know.
That's not a strategy that.
The-
No.
What?
No wonder you're flat broke always.
Lily's still looking at Al, and she's like, 50 gold on myself, thank you.
50 gold on Lily.
Yeah,
I
Lily?
will-
Damn.
Now she keeps staring expectantly at Al.
Like, you gonna bet on me, bitch?
I look over at Lily. Good luck.
You trying to
And
get on that?
I turn around and head to the pit.
You gotta give him a break. He's an old man.
I will
Going
put
Senile.
50 on myself and 50 on Lily.
50 on Fabram. And 50 on Lily.
I'm feeling
Are there
confident.
any
Can you up-
other
can you up mine
notable?
to 5 platinum instead of 3?
Yes,
Zephyr.
absolutely.
That's
All
so
of
Are
them.
there any other notable fighters tonight in the roster? Anyone we should be aware of?
Well, you didn't hear it from me, but
Oh boy.
there is this one individual swings a mighty hammer. She's been making her way through the roster.
Would that happen?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh
Yes.
no.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Sibling fight.
Oh no.
Fucking go!
I'll put a gold on her.
Zephyr,
I'll put
like, his soul
God,
just, like,
exploding.
leaves his body. His
I'll
heart
put a gold on that
drops.
person.
Gold on that
Zephyr,
one?
what's the matter?
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
we don't know for sure if,
There's also this real powerful sorcerer
fighting.
who's been making her way through the field. Slinging spells, tons of magic. It's been fantastic to watch. She's quite the show.
I fight her.
Fight.
Oh,
Is
would you? It is a 10 gold extra to fight a specific individual, if you don't mind.
I think I need to fight her, so yeah.
Okay, so that'll be 20 gold total for your entrance fee.
Can I pay 10 gold to make 2 people fight?
You guys don't
Not,
know.
not myself.
You
Not
don't know
myself.
for a fact that
Who do you want?
it's
I
Zephyr's frantically
want that
looking around to
Warhammer
see if
fighter
she's.
against.
I guess that one? I guess your friend?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Pay up.
Yep.
Oh no.
Zephyr is frantically looking around.
Zephyr, what is the matter?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm more worried about if she decides to come over and chat.
Who?
Octavia
thought-
leans forward. She's like, "You're going to lose." Haha.
Well, we don't know who I'm fighting yet.
Mm. A little fishy tells me that perhaps we do know. And she's going to giggle and like stand next to Axel and just be excited.
Februm just kind of to himself. Was that offensive? That was a little offensive.
Only
Not
take it the way
problematic.
you want to take it, love. Hey, I grew up around fish. I like fish.
I like fish.
I like fish.
I like fish.
Anyway, let's start before things,
Okay.
Ready. In case y'all. Good luck.
You
Got it.
watch as Willow Puff kind of looks over to February and is like, "You ready? You ready to go on?"
I'm first.
Yep, absolutely. Please, these other two matches, woo! Ready for those.
All right.
Do you have a title or anything that you want to go by?
Death Squid.
Well,
Game.
he's like half
Good game.
Squid Game.
Let's do.
Third Eye. Oh, call yourself Third Eye. Because you've got a third eye right there. And it's cool.
Call yourself
it.
like one less tentacle.
What?
You have one less tentacle.
-1.
Minus one.
Limb. -1.
Have my name as, the Deep Sea Abomination.
Oh,
The Deep Sea Abomination.
Aw, lame.
damn it.
Lame, I know.
Yeah.
A little wordy, but
And a half.
Damn.
And a half.
That one's good too, I guess.
A little uninspired, but you know what? I can deal.
You're a better fighter than a,
Better talker, I know.
I was gonna say than a poet, but yeah, that works too.
Oh, well.
Get in there, Abomination.
Okay.
Good luck, Death Squid.
Good luck, Squid Game.
Bye, Death Squid.
Good game.
Squid Game. Let's
Bye.
go.
Bye, Death Squid.
All right. Next up to the stage, we
Oh, the
have
music's on. Holy shit.
the Deep Sea Abomination, Februm. Woo!
Yeah!
There's this
Let's go,
cry from the
Februm!
crowd as everyone cheers. Your one tentacle kind of like hits the ground, creating a kind of like mound
The
of
dub
dust.
one or like one of the real ones?
it's dope.
I imagine that like as the cheering goes, and he's like doing the thing with his tentacle, he's like flourishing his scythe around him, and he stops the scythe like facing straight up, and as soon as he stops the scythe, the third eye just fucking bright light.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Let's
go.
go, Magic Man. You can do it.
You got it, Death Squid! Woo!
I gotta build
When he
this
got a
character
drink
real
before we
fast.
started. She's a little excited.
And Octavia's gonna lean over to Axel with the fight and just kind of like explain what's happening. She'll be his color commentator.
Mm-hmm. And then next up, on the other side of the ring, we have the powder keg, Kados! Woo! And you
That
see...
one. I like his name better. Pebram's name better. I needed to clarify. I like Pebram's name better.
Oh, I was gonna say.
And you see a shifter individual, kind of this long-legged person, a pistol strapped to each side, kind of rises them up to the ceiling, firing off 2 quick shots, as then they aim one of the pistols down at you. You ready to dance?
Adna.
Yeah.
Thought they were fighting.
Questionable?
Alrighty then.
Alright.
3, 2, and 1. Roll
Roll
initiative.
initiative.
Hey,
Roll it.
don't steal my
Roll
line.
it. Roll it.
I have one job.
Come on, I lost my
That would be
privileges.
No,
a...
take this away from me.
Initiative.
We'll find you
16.
work.
16. Okay, you are going first.
All right. Okay, so what's the layout? Like how far away am I?
You are 30 feet away from your target. Interesting. Anyway, in a kind of sunken down arena, sand filled. You've probably got 20 feet behind you, and the arena itself is only 40 feet wide. And it is just you and them.
All right. So I'm 30 feet away from them. Okay, before I do this, I want to make sure it works like I think it works. When I use where'd that go? When I use Aether Walk,
Yeah.
When can I or does it cancel? Like, do I just step out of it whenever?
Read me the description again.
Okay. So it says at the start of your turn, you can step between the planes as long as you're not incapacitated. You can move through creatures, objects, as if they're difficult terrain, and you can see and affect creatures and objects with on the ethereal plane.
Mm-hmm.
It says this feature lasts for 2 rounds. If you're inside an object, when it ends, you're shunted to the nearest unoccupied space. And I can use it 1 time. So it really only says that I use it at the start of my turn. It's not like a bonus action or like an action or anything. And then it says it lasts for 2 rounds. I don't know if I can end that early.
Sure, why not?
Or how that would work turn-wise.
Yeah, if you want to end it early, go for it.
Okay. Then in that case, I am going to immediately start the battle by Febram's going to put his hand in front of him and slowly pass it across his body, and as he does that, his form kind of like waves and then it just disappears. And while I'm in the astral plane, I will go ahead and activate. Jesus, it's been a while. And activate my Crimson Right.
Beautiful. So take your
and then
damage for that.
Yes. D6. And then I will use my movement to go towards him, but I won't plane shift out yet.
Okay. On his turn, he kind of like looks around wildly. You're not fully able to comprehend where you are or what's going on right now. He's gonna shift as a bonus action, which means he gains some temporary hit points. Yep, as well as a boost to his speed. And then he is going to hold an attack. You see him kind of like get his gun ready and looking wildly about.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to do this. I'm kind of just standing in front of him, watching him ready his attack. So I am going to activate my third eye and enhance my armor plating.
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to attempt to jump and go out of the plane above him.
Okay. You kind of jump, appearing right above him. His held action will go off as he kind of like has the pistol up. He's going to fire at you. It will be at disadvantage. That's probably not going to hit. 14?
Nope.
Kind of like goes off wide. The powder kind of shoots out. Make your attacks.
Okay. So, as it kind of looks to the crowd, obviously he's kind of standing there readying the attack, and you just see this small spark of light flash above him as Februm uses the scythe to rip a hole in the plane and essentially slash his way out above him. Dodges the bullet, and then while landing will take his attack.
Okay, roll to hit.
Just roll it on. I should not have rolled it on there. Alright, first one was a 10.
10 misses.
Second one is an unnatural 20.
That'll hit.
And that'll be... How is my... Lord. Damage. What's my Crimson Ray? That's a D6. Same as, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That will be 9 damage.
9 damage. You kind of cut through that extra furry protection that he had on him. Doing a decent amount of damage. Second attack? Oh, you missed on your first one.
That was both, yes.
Beautiful. It is up to them, and it is their turn. They are going to take 2 shots at you at close range, kind of firing next to your head. The first one is going to miss. The second one's a 15.
Miss.
Misses. Kind of going off to the side, you're able to kind of parry their pistol either side. They are going to back away from you.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, so you will get an opportunity attack.
Okay. That's a 12.
Misses. As they back away, they're going to action surge and shoot twice more. Jesus, I can't roll tonight. Nothing hits. It just keeps bouncing off to the side. You kind of bring your scythe up in front of you. You see a bullet bounce off the blade. But you are uninjured, and it is your turn.
How far did he back away?
Only like 20 feet. Pretty much to the edge of the arena.
Oh, thank God my scythe has a 10-foot reach. So I will take my full movement of 15 feet. With my heavy armor. And as I'm running towards him, I'm going to use my Blood Curse of the Marked. Amplified.
Okay, so take your damage.
Oof. Right. And then I will make my 2 attacks.
Beautiful, go for it.
It's not doing me well. Let's do this. It's not doing me well either. That is an 8. But that one's at... Ooh, okay. Hang on. That one's at advantage. Right? That's how that works.
For what?
It's been so long.
Yeah, your first attack is at advantage.
For blood. Okay, yep.
And your Heliocraft die are doubled for... Well, you get to roll 2 of them instead of 1.
That is math. 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay. Second attack then. I say 15.
15 doesn't hit.
Good lord.
Wow. You see this individual is wearing some chain armor. Your scythe just keeps slashing against the armor, not making its way through. They will use their reaction to move 10 feet away from you.
So rude.
Off to the side. And it does not provoke opportunity attacks. So on their turn, they're going to fire 2 more shots in your direction. Good lord, I'm throwing away these dice. Dice jail. Neither of them hit. It's your turn.
Nice. Let's go. We're both having a great time fighting. So how far did he move?
10 feet away.
10 feet. All right. I will go right up to him this time.
Oh, now he rolls nice.
I'll use my Blood Curse of the Marked again, but I won't amplify it.
Okay. So just extra damage.
Do better this time, rolls. 17.
17 just hits.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. That is 3, 2d6. Love a hefty chunk of damage. That'll be 13 damage.
13 damage. Beautiful.
And then the second attack is going to miss as well at 11.
Beautiful. They will use their reaction to move 10 feet away from you, not provoking opportunity attacks.
Rude.
And then, noticing how slow you're moving, they are going to move 30 feet away to the other side of the arena.
Ooh.
As they then take 2 shots. Jesus. Oh, thank God. Does a 23 hit?
Hey, you know what? That does hit.
We're on the board.
That's my first roll above 10.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
It does 5 points of damage.
Let's go.
And it's your turn. They're 30 feet away.
All right. That means he's 40 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
So my scythe has a 10-foot reach. If I moved 30 feet closer to him, would my scythe be able to hit? Or is that not how that works?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to shut off that. Shut off my eye.
Mm-hmm.
It'll close, and then I'll run towards him. Take my full movement. And make 2
You
attacks.
do gain a level exhaustion. Remember that, I think.
I thought that was just for the tentacles. Is that with every amplification?
I'll look back into it, but it doesn't really affect you for right now.
Okay. I don't remember. Okay. Yeah, so I'll take my full movement and make 2 more attacks.
Beautiful. Go for it.
That's a nat 20.
Ah, beautiful.
If only I used my Maledict there.
All right, so max the dice.
Yep, that'll be 19 damage.
Beautiful. Then roll the dice and add your modifier.
Is critical with the modifier?
So the way that I do it is you take your dice, you maximize them, and then you roll the dice again, and then add the modifier once.
Okay, so that's 16, not 19.
Cool.
And then that'll be a solid roll of an additional 15.
This guy's looking rough. You finally hook the scythe like around his shoulder. You grab like a bit of skin. You kind of like tear a chunk out, and he starts screaming in pain. And you see him like drop to his knees, and he's like, "Please, no more, no more." There's several people in the crowd that are like,
right.
"Boo! Boo!
What a win!
What a win! You know what you signed up for!" But you watch as this individual on 1 HP just drops to his knees, and he's like, "Please, no more! No more, please!"
All right.
Octavia from the back, kill him!
So stupid.
But he does forfeit his turn. It is your turn.
Oh. Yeah. I'll make another attack.
Okay, roll ahead.
The whole
Oh my
party
God.
is standing in the back. We're like, for approval. Everyone's like, get him out of here.
Roll with advantage because he's prone.
Alright. Februm plants his scythe down and then just kind of looks around at the booing crowd.
You see a whole
And
bunch
just
of people
kinda-
that are just like this, and then everyone just turns down.
Februm kind of nods at the crowd, and then he looks down and shakes his head at the guy and prepares his attack.
Ugh. Vicious.
Damn.
No one mourns the wicked. Uh-oh, what
Did you get a
roll?
natural 20?
I got a 17 and a 20.
You killed this man.
Are you attacking twice?
No.
No, but he got
That's with one
advantage.
attack with advantage.
Oh, so you got a natural
Oh.
20.
So I got a natural 20.
Alright, well, roll the
you
damage.
killed this man. Oh my
So
god.
it's 16
Oh no.
plus what?
Octavia's like, I was
16
fucking
plus?
joking.
I don't think you're gonna kill him outright, but
No.
just in case.
Well,
bunch of perfect roll.
16. Nope. 16 plus 9. 25 damage.
25. He is knocked unconscious. You see blood splatter along the sand. He like, oh! Falls over to the side. It is still your turn. You have another attack.
I will not. I will not take another attack. I will leave it there.
As you kind of like triumphantly turn around, the crowd cheers for you. Let's make a couple of these. Failure.
Oh my god.
Wait, they don't have someone to go help them in this one?
The crowd is cheering. You see a priest of Lunaris is like slowly making their way over. There seems to be a time limit on this thing.
Oh no!
They have to be down for so much. It's like so long.
Oh.
Ooh. They succeeded on their third saving throw. You see them stabilized. They are still alive.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
They got 2 failures and a success. I was like, oh!
You almost just killed a guy.
I mean, yeah, what happens, happens.
Octavia does like a little golf clap. She's like, very impressive, Februm.
Better luck next time. You'll get them for sure.
Well, Lily, Pepper won.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right?
Yeah, she means like.
No, yeah, I got that much. You know, that's
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Me?
No, Lily.
I'm great.
Wait,
Very
Lily,
excited.
Lily, are you going into this for like killing,
Murder?
Glory?
like bloodshed?
Power? Yeah. Money? Sure.
So are you gonna kill a person though? For
See
money?
how I'm feeling.
Pepper just kind of looks at Lily. Well, do what I couldn't. Knock him dead.
Hey, Lily. What title do you want to go by?
Seamstress of Finesse.
Seamstress of Finesse. Ah, I knew it was something fantastic. I just couldn't remember it.
Trust me, you'll remember soon.
Yes, we will.
Octavia's like,
Oh.
now Lily. He was right, you know, knock him dead. I'm waiting for some bloodshed.
I
It's
want
like,
to see
it-
some bloody birds.
Of course.
We don't
In the
have
words-
to do
I
that.
want to see some bloody birds.
She's just like, you know, in the words of my people, and she's gonna spout some. I don't have the phrase for right now, but she says something in Orcish, in the Orcish of the Lake folk, and she's like, and that means that you're going to have a good fight.
Why, thank you.
You're
I already
welcome.
knew that.
Oh, it's just extra assurance.
Lily, if you need some healing, I got you. I don't think
I'm
you'll need
good.
it, but I'm there.
As this pep talk is going on, Zephyr, there's a heavy hand on your shoulder. Z, I didn't know you were gonna be here. Oh, what a fantastic like.
Yes.
Do you like to go to like the rest of the party turns around and sees the spitting image of Zephyr, but in a feminine form, longer hair, a little more built, if we're being perfectly honest, wielding a maul that she carries like a simple lollipop.
Octavia's looking between the hammer and Zephyr, and she's like, "Oh, this is going to be hilarious! Kick his ass!"
Wait,
don't
Zephyr,
know
are
if
you
that's
are you battling? I didn't take you as like
Yeah.
a no holds bar kind of person.
Zephyr, is this your sister?
Oh,
Yeah,
Iris,
everyone-
lovely to meet you.
This is my sister,
You see that like
Cyclona, but she goes by Sai.
she like pushes like Zephyr out of the way,
Alright.
and then like jumps full force into the party, like shaking people's hands. She's hugging people. A force to be reckoned with.
Oh.
Octavia Lagazur, love. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you too. She like goes over to Winnie. It's like, and you must be the Winslow girl. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard so much.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Face
You
is
don't
no
need to worry
longer
about
blue.
anything, but just come give me a hug.
Zephyr's face is no longer blue. It is 100% like pure tiefling red.
Good. Oh,
Awkward
Octavia
hug.
is
Cat.
eating this. She's eating this up. She's like sitting there. She's just full tusk. That's what I'm talking about. When she grins wide, it's full tusk, and she's like.
Yeah, but Sai takes you in just for a big hug. She's like holding you tight. You like you can feel the weight of the hammer because she's holding it with one hand as she like wraps around you, and you can just feel like the weight on like your shoulder.
Oh man.
And then she stands back, she holds you for a minute. Just, well, anyway, I guess I'll see some of you in the arena.
Perhaps?
I think you're
Maybe
really
not,
going
though.
to be seeing Zephyr up close and personal, and I hope you kick his ass.
What does that mean? We don't fight. They're all like set up. I don't know who I'm fighting. There's no. And then his eyes drift over to Februm. What did you do?
Well, I mean, you know, I just know that the only thing you really told us about your sister is the Warhammer, so...
That is true, that is true. I'm very excited to see this fight pan out.
So it's a setup.
I bet you are.
Next up to the ring, we have in the left corner the Seamstress of Finesse. Back for her return visit after what a remarkable encounter last time. Woo! You see a couple like returning people that recognize Lily.
Yeah, she has adopted her like color shifting dress again, and has undone her pigtails so her hair flows wildly and
Ooh.
somewhat into her
Yay.
face again.
Bad bitch! Bad bitch! Bad.
And then next on the other side, we have the Light of the Moon, the Sorceress of Power. Woo! As you see this kind of like cloaked figure with silver hair, kind of her cloak over the top, but the hair dripping down almost to her waist, kind of slowly floats onto the stage. And the room starts to go hazy.
Whoa.
Oh?
Can everyone make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, no.
Whoa. What the
Oh.
That's not good.
Except Lily.
That's not good.
A con saving throw?
A con save.
Get it. 17?
Now.
Dirty 20.
Now, since it is Wednesday,
Wednesday.
It's
does my
Wednesday.
disadvantage
Wednesday.
come into play?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Got a 9.
Dirty 20.
Also a dirty 20.
Oh.
Ayy.
18.
18.
And a 17.
17.
Oh my
Aldrich,
god,
what'd
we
you
killed
get?
it.
Al.
Oh, 9.
9.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
So Al and Octavia are the only ones that fall prey to this.
Oh, damn.
You know,
17's a high. Okay,
high
wow.
DC
High
18.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
So Februm just squeezed by there as there is this aura that begins to fill the bar. A kind of shadow of sorts begins to play its way across the space. Octavia, Aldrich, you both find yourself becoming very dizzy and falling down, not unconscious, still aware of what's going on around you, but you have no connection to your body. You are
Whoa.
paralyzed in place.
Whoa.
Just conscious, but not able to do anything about it as you watch 90% of the bar fall into a similar stupor.
Does Axel?
I gotta roll for Axel. I don't think no. Axel falls down too. As the bar becomes quiet, that rowdy voice that was kind of filling the air suddenly dims down. And there are 3 of you on one side, Lily in the center of the ring, a mysterious figure 30 feet away from Lily, as well as one figure on the other side of the ring.
Do we know who the person on the other side is?
It is difficult to tell. There are cloaked individuals, but you see the cloaked figure in the ring has just finished casting a spell of some type. The magic still emanates from their fingertips, sparkling with this silvery light.
What color is the cloak?
Black.
Okay.
Whoa, is this
Hello,
allowed?
creation. I've been wondering when I'd run into you.
I've been wondering too.
Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit! Ah!
Damn.
Oh my god, oh my god.
I'd hope that you just stay away and understand your place, but you've been poking holes and interfering, and I'm sorry, but we can't be having that happen. Neither me nor
To
the
be
Eclipse.
Oh my god, oh my god.
God.
All right then, let's see what you can do about it.
Wait, did she take damage for saying that?
Lily didn't say it.
So I just didn't know if it was like a thing that all of them, like out of game, like all of them.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
No.
Damn.
Unfortunately, I'm not here to disassemble you quite yet. I'm here
No?
to make a delivery.
You're telling me you're going to leave?
Guys, what's going on?
Oh, yes. But I do have something for you.
I think Lily starts like stepping forward. Like you can't just leave that easily. I mean, we've only just become reacquainted.
Oh, we'll have plenty of time to catch back up, I'm sure, but for mine and Shay glances over my sister's safety, I shouldn't dally too much longer. You know, she's in such a fragile condition. But that would be too much for you to understand, wouldn't it?
She's just seething. I don't know if she has words right now.
What a bitch.
Well,
Not your sister.
Before I leave, she like reaches into her cloak slowly, pulls out a vial of this brown crimson liquid.
Ew.
It kind of flashes every so often. You see like sparks of golden lightning flicking through the liquid.
Oh.
As requested. It's all yours. She like hands it out to you.
He like angrily like snatches it. That's it then? Just leaving now? You're not the least bit interested in what our goal would be like?
Different place, different time. I have no need to prove myself to something that I created.
What about her? Does she remember what I am? Does she think fondly of your creation? Or is she still in fear?
She's learned throughout the years that wherever you go, chaos follows. And you know, and she leans in closer. She's been so much happier now that her sister actually pays her some attention.
Oh, I want to kill her. Oh my god. Oh,
Ugh.
oh my god.
It's almost like it was meant to be.
We'll see how she feels about her sister abandoning her again.
I guess we will. But today is not that day, so. Adieu. She slowly turns.
She takes a sip from her Slurpee and turns away.
I think Lily like goes to grab the needle just because she's mad. She wants to strike out, and I think I know where this is going.
There's a vibration as you put your hand on the needle. It kind of vibrates slowly in your hand. You feel something radiate through you. And there's a little word in the back of your head. Not yet. Not yet. Wait. Take your time. You'll have your moment.
She kind of straightens up and lets go, confused but abiding by it.
And there is a flash of silver light. You see the two cloaked figures disappear as this haze that has kept people paralyzed lifts. And there's a bit of unease from everyone. Willow Puff kind of gets back up. You see that while Al and Octavia might have just been paralyzed, it looks like everyone else was fast asleep. No one has any recollection of what happened. There is a strange murmur throughout the room. Willow Puff desperately tries to gain people's attention, but there's something unsettling.
Octavia kind of, like, from her position on the floor, like, looks over at Al, and she's like, Al, are you okay?
As far as I can tell.
Should we go get Lily?
Don't want to repeat that. What? Lily, wait. What happened? And she kind of, like, pushes herself up to stand. She's gonna probably pick Axel up as she does so, and just, holding the kid.
Can I, like, start heading into the pit?
Yeah, likewise.
Mm-hmm. You head into the pit, you see Lily stationed there near the center of the pit, holding kind of a hand on a needle and the other hand off to the side. You make your way down into the pit, and there is a dull thud. It echoes. It's not coming from inside. There's a thump. Like something hitting a barrier and causing ripples to go through its extent.
Did anyone else feel that? See that?
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Hear that?
Are me and Octavia still
You have full range of motion now.
run outside?
You run outside at the hearing of this sound just in time to see what can only be described as ripples on the wave, but in the sky.
I see.
Do we see what's causing it?
Make a perception check.
I'll just be in the pit looking over, like asking Lily if she's okay, things like that.
Octavia's holding Axel and probably joining them in the
I was
pit.
about to say, Februm gonna be next to Axel.
Zephyr climbed out of the pit and joined Al. Fuck. 8.
4.
8, 4.
84?
Can't see anything causing this, anything going on. And you blink, and it's almost like it wasn't there. The sky is normal. Duskradil is high in the sky. Nearly invisible except for the faint outline.
What do you think the odds are that that was important?
To who?
Yes.
I'm sure Drax
There are a lot of night
knows
eyes.
something.
As the unease sets in, the mystery of what has happened, who people were, and when they'll meet again. That's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Oh.
Ooh, spicy.
Spicy indeed.
Yeah. We will pick up next time with your third weekend.
And the Zephyr Iris fight. Of course.
Zephyr Iris fight.
Unfortunately, the Zephyr Iris fight was canceled for the evening. All money has been refunded.
No.
No.
Lame.
I mean, I get it, but lame.
Do I still
Next
get
Wednesday.
my money for winning?
Yes, you do. And Octavia gets money too. Because you bet on Februm, right?
Let's go.
No, actually, I don't. Because I bet on Lily's fight, and I bet on Iris without even knowing who she was.
Cool. Who bet on Februm? Did anyone bet on Februm? Or
I did.
Everyone bet on Februm.
That's Februm.
I bet on myself.
You say you bet 50, right?
I did.
You get 200.
Holy fuck.
Hot dang.
And then we get back what we
No, the entry fee is
betted
not
on the other two.
Yes, you do get back that.
Okay.
So did I win?
Unclear.
Yeah, so Lily won. She was the last one standing, right?
Yeah, she wins by default, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
The
bit
other
of a
competitor
murmur,
walked out.
a bit of confusion, but no declared winner.
You'll get him next time, Lily. Who was that?
Those are all questions we'll get into.
I want to know
Next time.
so bad.
So, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you had a good time. I know we did.
Drink water.
Drink lots of water.
Yeah, make sure you're not
Hydration.
dehydrated like I am, because I am. extremely
Hydration
dehydrated.
station is an important stop on the railway of life.
Choo choo.
Hydration station.
That drink is
No.
blue.
Yeah, that's
Drew.
not.
Mine.
Which just
This
is
is
Gatorade.
water.
I hate to break it to you, but that is not
It's-
water.
It's
But it's a liquid.
Sorry.
Watermelon
But it's a liquid.
citrus
Blue.
water.
It's
Watermelon.
non-sponsored Blue Aid.
Watermelon citrus water.
Anyway, good night, y'all. We'll see you
Good
next
night,
time.
guys. Thanks.
Nighty night, guys.
Night.